Well, greetings and welcome back to let's just call it the insanity. In the last episode, I worked on increasing the amount of Fawagaya, I believe. Let me check my notes. Yes, I refactored and I completely automated the fungal substrates, this part, except for the ash. And in this episode, it's time to expand and refactor and scale up, basically. But in order to kind of automate the logs, I will actually be changing this recipe as soon as it's finished because I just want these extra logs. Thank you. So I will be starting to make sap because this is still a positive recipe. I create more logs than needed, kind of, or than input. And it allows me to gain some sap, which I will be using for later in order to kickstart another process, because there's always another process, because we are playing PyBlock, in case you didn't know. So here I will just be taking all the sap that we produce and just putting it in a chest. And then I will just let this one continue and make the logs and everything. Now, in order to automate stuff, there are a few minor fixes needed, as always. First of all, this one should be gone. And then secondly, we should grab a sinkhole here instead, so that we void everything and we get sand back without me having to think about anything. In order to expand, we're definitely going to need more landfill. In order to get more landfill, we are going to probably need more soil extractors and washers, because that's how we get sand and stone. Soil extractor, washer, maybe? And then some handcrafting. And now I will be needing more iron. What a surprise. Okay, please speed feed this up a bit. Don't want to handcraft all day. Just half the day. Oops, oh, it forgot that I had the speed improvement on. Run very quickly then suddenly. Soil, steam, more iron, more pipes. Soil, more soil, preferably. And washer. And another washer. Can I maybe put these like that? Or rather like that? Or even like that? Let's see. Sand, soil, stone. Okay. If we check, why do I always click the wrong button? If we check this little one, 14 per minute, how about 13 per minute? Okay, 13 per minute is just a lot of those. Even 45 per minute is a lot. Oh my god, okay, I can. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to need is an extra washer. It's impressive that only one of these burner assembling machines can do this. That's very interesting. How about if we check computing by factory and just check this one to a 2? This one we leave undefined, this one undefined, and this one and that's not what I wanted. Okay, okay, I see the problem. What about if we change this one to be a 1? Aha! Then we can get 240 per minute. 2 of those, 4 of those, and 17 of those. And if we go with these, then it's only 9. Maybe I actually want to go with this, assuming I can afford it with the power. But yeah, let's just pin this and let's see how much we can scale it up. So we're going to need extra sand. Does not quite surprise me because sand is kind of the thing we need 2 of. And then we are going to need quite a bit of pipes. I hope I can get some more iron while setting this up. Let's see. Right, you are outputting on belts potentially. That is very good news indeed. Because then I would kind of like to use those belts. I can probably use these shunt inserters here if I only manage to get some steam here. In other words, we might want to consider changing this a bit. Would this make more sense? Not quite, maybe. Unless we kind of change. No, okay, yep. That just doesn't work. We will do it like that. Steam. No, not steam here. That. Okay, never mind. We'll just have to do with the old inserters or the slower inserters probably. Sorry for being a bit distracted. How are we doing with iron? Not bad, not bad. And the copper, oh right, the copper. Let's see, we should stop this belt actually. I kind of want to refactor this belt anyway. So I am perfectly satisfied with just putting those in a chest right now. And here you go, because I like manual insertions apparently. I promise I will refactor that. So we're gonna need steam here, shouldn't be too hard. That is steam. Then we're gonna need water. Should also not be too hard. And then we are going to need 1, 2, 3 underground pipes, probably 4, probably 5, and then a few extra pipes. I'm wondering where to put the water. Let's see, we have water there, we can get water from here. So let's do like that. I can still squeak through there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And we might need another underground pipe. Although, let's see. Or even more underground pipes probably, because we're going to need to take out some ingredients as well. Because this will allow us to get some soil. I do wonder also, is this enough? Let's see. Right now I have 2 of those. And then let's see, let's disable you. Oh, come on. Okay, let's go back to this mode. 60. Okay, 45. 30. 25. 25-ish. And then let's enable the logistics row, because I do want to know how many belts this is. And it seems like it's more than enough. 0.2 belts. 0.5 would be the problem, because I'm only putting them on one side of the belt. And I'm going to need more iron. Which we maybe have by now. The thing I don't quite like about automating all this stuff is that the distances and like refactoring all this stuff, the distances become so large, so I need to run much further. But I do know that in the end it will be totally worth it. 1, 2, 3, and let's see. Let's start with 1, 2, 3. Because I just, well, okay, I could possibly do it there, but then I would need more underground pipes here, so it's like, let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. And then I'm going to need a burner assembling machine, which I do have over here, because now you can kind of maybe finish your job. We thank you for your service. You have been of great service to this factory. And then we get some more iron. Wonder if I have an... Ooh, look at this. Aha! I found myself some iron ore. Might be worth it looking into scaling up this and see how much. I think we can go further than that. How about we go for 50 or like 100? That is a lot of atomizers. Also now we have a better recipe than this, so that's good. Although to have a comparison, I will also keep the old recipe here. So now we need 42. Previously we needed 133 for 100 iron plates per minute. But 14 atomizers is quite a lot, and 4 of those is also quite a lot. But this like gives us some target value. We don't need to scale it up all at once, but keeping an eye on like the ratios is kind of good. And the copper is now primarily from cadaveric arums, which does remind me that I would like to automize a bit more the things I need for constructing cadaveric arums, which is soil. That's easy, that I kind of have already. Pipes, that's just, well, I guess a assembling machine wouldn't hurt. and steel plates. So steel plates is something that I would very much like to automate. Which it isn't really yet. But first, 1, 2, 3. And then some more belts. And then, why not? Landfill. Here, take some stone, take some sand. Some more mechanical. Oh, and also, like a maul would be very nice to have. I wonder if this is enough inserter speed. We will see. It might work. Although I suspect that now the bottleneck here will be the inserter speed. Because as soon as you are not considered full anymore, then you add and you remove, you add and you remove. Yeah, exactly. So having more of these inserters and more chests. And why do I not have any wood? Because I like wooden chests, mainly because they are very cheap to produce. And it seems like we don't have any sap yet, but whatever. At least things here are still running. Although you are not doing so well, but I guess that's just because of the moss farm. Yeah, okay, you're doing fine. So please have some more chests. And then some more of these. And right, the muddy sludge. Kind of forgot about that part. Then I would need a little, well, not a little really, I would need quite a big one. Perfect. Thank you. And here I can also save 2 belts. Yay. And I'm going to need more iron for these pipes. And I would also kind of like to have some landfill in order to cover these spots up here, so that I can connect the pipe. 31 plus 6. I think I'm going to need to automate iron very, very, very soon, preferably in this episode. ASAP, kind of. Although iron is kind of automated, but more automation. 1, 2, 3, and 31. I think that's exactly what I needed, isn't it? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. That is at least some scaling up of the landfill. Not a lot maybe, but it's something. Now a big question here is how are we doing with these things? Thank you for the ash. They seem to be working all right. So, nope, I should not take you away. You are important for the time being. So then what I would like to have is probably a more kind of structure here when it comes to these atomizers and stuff. I think it's time, sadly, to remove kind of these things. Why didn't I do it before making the changes to the other pipes things? I don't know, but here we are. Because then I could have saved some pipes. Because I don't think I will be researching anymore for the time being. But once I do research, I do know what I will research. And I will show you in a bit. Oops, thank you, flowers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very kind of you. Here, have some of these flowers back, please. Thank you. So, what I want to aim for next in terms of research, even though it's gonna take a while, obviously the sap, because I know I'm going to need it. And although I'm going to need many things, but I'm going to need to head straight over here to the vacuum tube electronics. Because this is something that is needed for better copper processing, basic substrates, which leads to the next science pack, just some researches away, and basically a lot of other things, for example logistics, which allows me the splitter and a proper electrical inserter, which is way faster than the current inserters that I have, and so on. So vacuum tube electronics seems to be a very central piece of the puzzle, but in order to produce this, we're going to need a bunch of ingredients along the way. One of the examples for this is tin plates, because tin plates consumes a lot of fish. So in order to get the fish, I'm going to need the water animals, the microbiology apparently, and then the fish. And sure, I guess you can start the research, even though it's not going to be quite finished just yet. So first the fish for automated tin, and then the simple circuit boards. Very simple circuit boards. So next up, the steel. You need iron ore, you need limestone, you need coke. Limestone, that's easy, that's basically a washer or soil extractor. Coke, I have that down there. Iron ore, I have that down there, kind of. So, away you go, Advanced Foundry, and please move yourself somewhere else. And I did not really want to take all the limestone with me. Not this time. The steam is full actually, but I'm going to let it be full, let it stay full, because now I kind of want the Favogaya for other things, and the copper processing is now mainly from the cadaveric arms instead. So, let's see. I need iron ore and I need coke. I can fix coke here. I have iron ore here. So how about we set up some steel processing over here? Was that the advanced foundry? Yep, apparently so. So I'm going to need an inserter and some belts to go there. Then I'm going to need, at least I can use a shunt inserter. Set to coke only, please. And maybe another shunt inserter, or rather maybe have the shunt inserter down there instead. And then have this go down there. And then it's just the limestone left, which should not be too hard, hopefully. I'm basically just gonna need a bit of landfill to fix that. And then of course a chest to put everything in. And apparently some power, which needs logs. And logs are currently kind of in a bit of a short supply. I am still convinced that this is a positive loop, it's just that it's not as fast as the previous one. It's especially okay as this. How are we doing with the fungal substrates? Here are the fungal substrates. Are all of these machines working? No, some of them say output full, which is kind of a good sign. That's a sign that the fungal substrates are doing fine. They will be backing up eventually. And the stone bricks can kind of be put on hold a bit. Although you can put stuff in this chest for the time being. Thank you very much. Might even consider doing extra landfill with you. Now, where was I? Can I squeeze through here? Yes. Some belts, some landfill probably. Landfill. Oh yay, you also put ash in these things. Well, I guess that's okay. 300 landfill, that's not too bad, I have to say. Not for such a short time span. And then a soil washing, a soil extractor, which can produce limestone and just output it directly into the machine, please. And you need water, of course. Why wouldn't you? My research is almost gone. And you need power. Let's see, do I have power? I have power over there. Can I reach you, please? Thank you. Soil, soil, coke, and limestone. Water. What do we have here? I'm too lazy to add another water pump thing. So that's why I'm just using some pipes to grounds. And I have a feeling that, yeah, might need another one of these things. Can we move you? Okay, let's see. How about we do this? If we stop you, and then we move you one step to the right, or down probably, not to the right, down, just down. And then we add 2 soil extractors, one there and one there for limestone. And then you can continue, get back to work. There we go, because these in total will output 0.4 and you need 0.33 per second. And now I need another power pole. Okay. Then let's connect the belts. Assuming we can have some of your coke, please. Then we do that. Can we have some of your coke? Will you be putting it out here? You should be putting it out here. Thank you very much. You could, in theory, produce 1 per second. You are currently not producing 1 per second. You are most definitely not producing 1 per second. You're producing maybe 0.25 or something per second. But I guess that will do for now, kind of. So then, yay, steel plates is automated. Now, if possible, can I squeeze through here? Thank you. Because I have some stone wool that I would like to donate. Here you go. So this gives quite a bit of landfill and ash. So now let's look into the iron production. And possibly also the copper. Although the copper is actually kind of the easiest, I think, to automate right now. I just realized, because it's just about adding more cadaveric arums. And I'm pretty sure that I have... what do I have? Pretty sure that I have the capabilities to produce more cadaveric arums. The question, I guess, is, do I have the landfill? Which I guess I don't quite have just yet. And then also, do I have the pipes and the steel and everything? Guess we can limit you to maybe 200 steel. That should be sufficient for a while. You are low power, of course you are. At least sometimes you are. So expanding the power production is also quite important. And the power production is currently just running on raw coal, which gives us quite a bit of ash, which I guess is nice because it means more resources. But but it also means more logistic issues. And you are producing 3.75, you are consuming slightly about that value, maybe a bit more right now. So I'm going to need to scale this up as well. But also it's not, it doesn't hurt too much. It's not like super important if it stands still for some periods. The important part is that it's automated. But for scaling up, of course, we need to, well, scale it up, I guess. So I have been thinking about how to scale up the iron production, more or less. And what I kind of would like to have is to have one of these columns with Pavogaya only producing iron, basically. Then I can put all that iron on a belt and just let it go somewhere. And somewhere could either be down here or up there somewhere. But in order to scale that up, we would need to automate everything here, kind of. So here I guess we would need some Favogaya for the power, to power these things. When do I get the next level of atomizer? Or do I already have it? I do not have it. When do I get it? Why did I ask? I totally regret asking. So we're gonna need to stick to this fuel for quite a while, which means that we need to take care of automating the ash as well, because I'm getting sick of running back and forth with ash. Which means that I would like to have a bit more of a better pattern, I guess you could say, for all of this. These inserters can actually survive surprisingly long without any steam in them. I'm not gonna need this stone for now. Which means that I will not be needing any soil either. Which I think means that I will not be needing this water. I will not be needing this water. I will not really need this flora cultivator at this time. I will eventually need all these flowers to start a new flora cultivation process. I will not need these shunt inserters for the labs because the labs will most likely definitely move eventually. Even though it's very sad to see the water animals stuck the way they are. I guess I could handcraft them, but it's I don't know. Don't really feel like doing that, kind of. Especially not now. I'm in a refactoring process. And refactoring processes just have to take their time. So bye bye labs for now. I hope to see you later. Are you running on, you are running on electricity. Okay, that's good to know. Here, have some more iron ore. Thank you for helping me clean up my inventory. So I'm going to kind of need an entire column sort of atomizers. If we look at this scale of things again, how does that look? 14 atomizers, that is quite a lot. Okay, 42 Favogaiad, maybe that's a bit excessive. How about 60 per second? 9, 25, 6, 2. Okay, maybe quite more doable. 70 is when we get the third yaw crusher. Which can survive for quite a while, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so 90 iron plates per minute is 3 yaw crushers. 38 Favogaya plantations. 60 then. 25 Favogaya plantations. Kind of more reasonable, but exact numbers maybe doesn't quite matter. The important thing is that we add a bunch of atomizers in a neat, proper line-ish, and then add the crushers and everything else. So maybe I should just kind of start this from the bottom. Do I have any more landfill, please? I think I might need to... Okay, you know what? I think we're gonna need more landfill. And when I say I think, that kind of means I am very convinced that we're going to need to have more landfill. How much are we producing now compared to earlier? 25 per minute. Ish. Why has it been going down to a halt at times? That's okay, approximately 25 per minute. Here I have some extra soil in my inventory, please take it, I don't want it. Are the inserters fast enough? Let's check that. One, two. The inserters are definitely not fast enough. So I'm going to need more inserters, probably like at least 3 times the amount of inserters. I said 3 times the amount of inserters. And then the question is, are you fast enough to take out all the stone? No, you're not that fast either. Well, now I do have quite a bit of pipes and quite a bit of resources. So how about now we switch here to some shunt inserters. See if you are faster. You are indeed faster, but are you fast enough? Probably not. 24. Nope, we would need another one of these things. Another shunt inserter, which we can actually get over here. Even though that means some strange logistics. Maybe. Like this. And then the question is, are you fast enough to take out everything? You might be, but the problem is that we don't get the sand fast enough. So how about we do this then? Is this good enough? Well, now we are missing the stone. There's some stone. But I guess this is kind of a good sign that at least it's not a problem with the inserters anymore. It's a problem with the stone production. Which I guess is because we are drastically missing soil. So let's add another soil extractor. Look, luckily I have one. And let's add it here-ish. Why do I have... Right, that's why. I thought this was a pipe that went to the steam or to the soil extractors, but no, it's going to the washers a bit further away. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's a start. I am getting at least some amounts of landfill. Quite a bit of landfill now, which is good. So let's see if we can put some use into that, even though this is like not even one chunk worth of landfill. It's something. So what I would like to do with these is to make atomizers here, kind of. Because after Favagaia comes atomizers. But in order to support the atomizers, I'm going to need some fuel. So that's another logistic challenge. Because I don't just need the atomizers, I also need to automatically fuel them, which means that they will produce both iron ore and ash. But that can, I guess, be just put on the same belt. And then going to the next step in the process, which then would be the yaw crushers. There's my seaweed. Okay, I wasn't sure if I have how much I had or whatever. Yaw crusher. Yaw crushers need electricity, nothing else. That's a good sign. Now, if only I could deal with all the ash somehow, although it's probably not a lot of ash. And this is going to become processed iron. Oh, right, only 2 yaw crushers is enough. Okay, then. For 60 iron plates per minute. Let's just start with that at least, and then we can scale up as we go. But 9 atomizers, yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a bottleneck, maybe. Although I guess I can afford it. Let's at least craft some new of these. And then can I make a yaw crusher? I don't think I have the steel for it. I do not, but the question is, does the chest have enough steel for it? It does not quite, but we're getting there. And then after the yaw crushers comes, of course, the furnaces. And the furnaces are quite cheap to build, that's not a problem. And they will also be needing the fuel and stuff. And although that I can fix now, kind of. I can just use this little pattern. So I have one thing on one side and one thing on the other side. That's simple enough. So then you should take these things down I'll probably move you further south once I have enough landfill. And then you should be going a little bit to the right. Something like that. And then a little bit up. Then a little bit into the furnaces. And then a little bit melt the iron. Or rather the processed iron. And then you will need fuel and you will need ash takeaway. Or, yeah, so you can just output these things on a belt, which goes into the factory kind of. And all of this will come then from Favagaia, which we will turn into here. So this belt can eventually start going south instead, as soon as we get the although, well, yeah, I guess that is possible then. Okay, so up here I will have fuel and Favagaia. And preferably I would like to have fuel coming in kind of from this side. Because then I don't need to worry about the inserters. The inserters will just be automatically on the right side. Or insert on the right side of the belt. Which is absolutely fantastic. So it looks like I have a plan. Have I forgotten anything about this? The ash. The ash we need to take away. Which we can just do with some simple mechanical. Oh, inserters. Should we use shunt inserters or other inserters? I guess we can use quite many shunt inserters actually. Because it's not like we need any other fluids or anything to mess up this place. Then we just need to deal with the ash, which we can, I guess we can just take it like that and just put it forward on a belt that goes into the copper processing area. Or whatever processing area. And now it looks like we need more sand for the landfill. I have a feeling that I'm going to need to scale up the landfill actually quite a bit. 7, 2, 1, 1. How much can we take with 2 washers? $140 landfill per minute. 150 landfill per minute. Okay, 150 landfill per minute, that's the limit. That needs 2 washers for sand and 11 soil extractors. How much more expensive are these things? 101, 62, 10. I mean, crafting speed 1 compared to crafting speed 0.5. Using electricity instead of using steam. It's starting to feel like it might be worth it. Although these are maybe not very efficient in terms of converting steam power into electricity, I guess. So mathematically speaking, it might pay off more, I guess, to still use the old soil extractors, but they're slow. Although I guess that's fine, maybe. But then I should probably start considering rotating them. Hello, fish. Sorry, I will just mess you up out there. Yeah, we're going to need more landfill. That's for sure. Is this wide enough? Or is it maybe even too wide? I need one for steam, and then basically just a belt output. And the belt output, I mean, okay, what if we try to do it on both sides then? Like that. Then that means that you also get to have some landfill. You will of course have a pipe going there. And you can forward the water yourselves quite nicely. So then I can kind of fill up one full belt of soil. What can I do with one full belt of soil? That is 0.7 belts. So that's one belt. Wait a minute, 15 items per second is one belt, right? 15, but no, wait, what I need to calculate is how much one of these produce. That is 1 per second. Okay, so I should be able to afford 15 of those soil extractors, which seems to be the limit there. Okay, that's 15 soil extractors. That is one belt, and that is 3 washers, 2 washers, and 1 burner assembling machine. That is 214 landfill per minute. That is not too bad, I guess. I guess this will be the target right now. The washers, I think we can just keep down here. So the main plan is just to move the washers, the soil extractors rather, up here. And then the question is, how much space will I need in order to be able to fit 15 of these? That's 4. That's 8. That's 12. That is 16. So that is 15. But wait, how does that work with the belts? Because now there's like 8 on each side, so I mean the belt has 7.5 on each side, so I need 7.5 of these on each side, and I can't do that. So 8 it is on each side. I guess that works. And in order to accomplish that, I'm going to need more landfill. So this is how much landfill approximately are we talking about? Why do I not have landfill down here in my quick bar? And then I'm going to need for the water on the top as well. And then I'm going to need on this side, this side, this side, okay. And some here as well. So this should be all the landfill that I need for 5, 6, 7, 8. That is, why can't I see that? 17 times, nope. Oh, come on, 1823. 25, 29, 30, 31-ish. 17 times 31, that is 527 more landfill. 527 more landfill. Okay, we can start maybe connecting some of these. We don't need to connect everything at once, because the faster we connect things, the quicker we get more landfill. Soil extractors, 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe to start with. Oh look, this is perfect. And what's not perfect is that the time's up. So I guess I will just see you in the next episode. Bye bye.